Getting coaching clients is actually quite easy. No, I know a lot of you are going to say, no, it's actually quite hard because I've been trying and it's been quite challenging. But hold your horses. I can guarantee you that if you watch this video all the way through to the end and you follow through with the things that I'm going to share, your belief system around this is going to completely change. In fact, there are several of you who are going to reach out to say, I've tried what you said and I've closed my first 1 to 10 clients or my additional X number of clients. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how I got my first clients, what I did at different stages of my business, including now as a multiple six-figure business coach. As you can imagine, as you grow, your skill sets will grow, and so will your ability to access different tools and resources. As you have more resources and certain tools that will come in play at certain different stages of your business, obviously you're going to be able to grow faster because you're able to create more leverage, and there are things that you're able to get done easier because of these resources. So this video is really going to focus on the different levels in your business. If you're just getting started, there is something for you. And if you're at the stage of your business where you're doing six figures or even multiple six, then there's also going to be something here for you in this video. Now that the foundation is set, let me do a very quick intro. I'm Chrysalette Vassell. Most persons call me Coach Chris, and I'm your go-to business coach. In the last few weeks, I've been hanging out on several different coaches groups on Facebook, and I've come across every single day people asking this one question or a variation of it. How do I get more clients? Where do I get more clients? Something of the sort. So I decided to address that issue, considering that it's a massive one that a lot of coaches and consultants are struggling with. Before I start listing the strategies and what I've done over the course of my career, let me pull back the curtain just a little bit. Because in having conversations with a lot of coaches, one of the things that I've seen is that persons are asking the question, how do I get more clients? And they're trying to get clients, but they have not yet done some groundwork that they need to do before they get to the point of actually taking on clients. One of that being identifying who you actually serve, getting your customer avatar sighted. Now, I did a video about this some time ago. I'm going to link it here so you can go ahead and watch that in more detail. But that is something that you're going to need to ensure is sighted. Another big thing that a lot of persons don't do before they jump to try and get clients is to actually identify what their offer is. Putting together something that is really going to cause transformation. If I'm your prospect, if I work with you, what will I get? How will my life be transformed after working with you? You need to know what that looks like for your prospects so that when you are having these conversations, that can be very clear. So I'm hearing persons say that they do not know how to really talk to people about what they have to offer. This is because it is not clear and you have not yet put together an offer. So that piece needs to be done first before you try getting clients, because it's going to be very confusing for you and for the prospects that you're talking to if you are not clear on that first. Now, let's assume that you have your avatar sighted and you also have your offer good to go. Where do you start? Now, this is the first thing that I recommend you do. This is what I did, is that I took my phone and I reached out to people in my warm market. I started to talk with people who already knew me, people who already had an idea of who I am. Now, when I started a little bit differently than the average coach, because most persons start by doing one-on-one coaching. I jumped in by doing a group coaching program. Most persons also start by doing pro bono work. I didn't do pro bono per se. I just jumped on in and started charging. However, I sort of did pro bono in a sense because before I got into actual coaching, I was offering a lot of service. I was in the school system. Principals would call me, organizations would call me to come in and speak. I was always known as a person to motivate and to inspire. And so I was invited to a lot of graduations, prize giving ceremonies, business launches, those kind of things. And so I had built up a network and I had started to build authority in that way. So when I started coaching, I literally just grabbed my phone, looked at all of the people that I would have interacted with over the course of years. And before, it was pro bono because I was really just doing those things because I love to do them. And so I was just giving service. So you may have been giving your services for free for years. People may have come to you for support in one area or the other. And so you do have those skill sets that you'd have built up over time. So when I got started, I jumped in right away. I grabbed my phone and I sent a message to every single person in my contact list. Even if I knew that what I had was not necessarily for them, I asked who they knew that could benefit from what I have to offer. So I missed no one. A lot of you want to jump right onto Facebook or Instagram or pretty much social without having used your warm market. You are underestimating the value of the people who are sitting right there in your contact list. Those people you have as Facebook friends or Instagram followers or wherever you have your people, or even persons who you email with and all of that good stuff. Go to that group of people first. I come across so many persons who they have never tried to get to the people in their warm market. They go cold, and that is always going to be more challenging because you have to build that know, like, and trust first. So that's the first place you want to start. Well, that's what I recommend, and that is what I did, is that I started with my warm market. Now, when I started, I had 30 plus people who said yes, and they jumped on in, and so I started fairly decently, but it was grinding through the contacts, having those conversations, it's sending messages, sending voice notes, making the calls. You do have to do the work, especially if you don't have money to play around with when you're just getting started. You do have to put the grind in. So that's strategy number one. Strategy number two, once you have exhausted your warm market, the next thing to do is to go to communities that have the type of people who you are trying to serve. So if you are trying to serve moms who are looking to lose weight, for example, you're going to go into groups where moms looking to lose weight are going to hang out. If you're looking to serve network marketers, you go into network marketing groups. If you're looking to serve coaches, you go into coaches group. If you're looking to serve real estate agents, you go into those type of groups. And so you will go in the community where people are hanging out. What do you do when you join these communities? Very simple. You be a human being, you have conversations, you give value. Very important is that you're giving value. When people see you as a value-based professional, they are going to come to you for advice, come to you for guidance. And you do this without any sort of expectation. So don't back yourself in a corner and be desperate about it. Even if you need the money, don't be desperate about it. Get yourself in a chill, calm sort of mindset and just have conversations with people with no expectations. And from those conversations, you are going to be connecting with people in the DMs, and a lot of these persons are going to become friends. Some are going to be asking you for support, for help, and you just provide it. You are going to find that as you do this and as you continue to do this more and more, that there are people who are going to be asking, tell me more about your offer. And you take the conversation there. And trust me, a lot of persons will move forward with you. So that is strategy number 2. Strategy number 3 is going to be posting value content. You always want to be giving value as much as possible. Now, I know there's conversations around the what do I post and all that kind of thing. There is so much content that you could literally put out there, especially today. Creating content is so much easier compared to a few years ago. There are tools and resources that are out there that are absolutely free that you can utilize. Now, that is something I can jump in on a different video where I can show you how to find the what to talk about and how to create the content. If that's something that you'd like to see, you can go ahead and comment content or something along that line, and I'll make something around that a bit more detailed. But that's strategy number 3, is putting out high value content both on your personal profiles, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever, as well as inside of those communities. As you are interacting inside of these communities with the value that you share, people are going to flock to you. They're going to gravitate to you. Strategy number 4 is one that I really, really like, but one that I have not done in quite some time. And this is doing something like workshops, master classes, or webinars. These are always a phenomenal way to go because it gives you the opportunity to showcase your expertise. It also helps you to break some of those belief systems around what you offer. It allows you to share and to interact with persons and to have a first-hand kind of interaction with the persons who you're trying to serve. Now, this is something that, like I said, I have not done in a while. It's been about 3 years or so since I've done a workshop. Literally about 3 days ago, I decided that I'm going to do a workshop. And so I'm going to link the information for the workshop here in the description so you can check that out. But that workshop is really going to be focused on the system that I use for booking appointments today, which is a system that has gotten 711 booked appointments in a single calendar month. So that's what the workshop is going to be focused on. I'm literally going to be going through the entire process of how we've been able to get results like that. I'll be doing the complete step-to-step roadmap in terms of how we've been able to generate results like this. So if this is something that you're interested in, it's going to be linked in the comment section. I've decided as well that I'm going to be hosting a workshop once per week until I don't know when yet. But if you are watching this and you go to the description and the link for the workshop is still there, then I'm still running workshops and you can go ahead and register for that. Strategy number 5, which is what I do now and is what I am absolutely in love with. So today I use an automated appointment system for locking in appointments, and literally all I do is to show up for these appointments. So it's a pretty simple structure. I did mention that I'm doing a workshop that will look at this just now. So if you want to get into the details around how all of that works, just attend the workshop. But that is the main thing for me today, is an automated appointment system. So I'm driving traffic through Facebook ads to my appointment funnel, and literally all I have to do is to show up for those appointments, have amazing conversation, close those amazing persons, and then move into fulfillment, helping persons get amazing results for their business. If you're watching and strategy 5 sounds like where you want to be, then definitely either attend the workshop to get more details into that, or just go ahead and book a call with me. You can find the link to my calendar in the description as well. All the strategies that I just looked at, they all work, but you have to work them. There is no way clients are just going to fall out of the sky from nowhere. Sure, a beautiful appointment system makes it easier. provides a lot of leverage. However, you would have to have the system actually set up. Persons are not going to just fall from nowhere. So you do have to have something in play. You do have to be taking those daily actions in order to get the results that you want to get. Like a new friend of mine said earlier this week, there is no magic strategy for getting clients. Yes, there are amazing strategies that you can use, but they all require you putting in some work. Strategy number 5 is obviously my favorite because it provides a lot of leverage. I literally just need to show up for these calls. And so I don't have to do a lot of the stuff that I had to do back then, even though there are some other things that I enjoy. There are several of them that I did not want to have to do anymore. There are some that I still do because I enjoy them. However, an automated appointment system for me just gives a whole lot of leverage. It reduces stress. It reduces the amount of manual labor that I have to put into stuff. I get access to information that I wouldn't be able to access organically. I'm guaranteed the reach as compared to the unpredictable algorithm when operating organically. So for me, strategy 5 is my baby, but you may or may not be at that stage yet. So it really depends on where you are, but you always have something you can work with right now. The important thing is to take the actions based on where you are right now, not to make excuses, but just to put in the work. I guarantee you that if you take these steps, you will get the results. If you got value from this video today, leave me a comment. Of course, go ahead and subscribe. And I thank you for watching today's video. I recommend that you watch this video next.